Hey teachers, I just want to thank you again for participating in my online staff development course. Today we're going to be talking about Google Classroom. Now if you're anything like me and you love to integrate technology into the classroom, then you're really going to like this one. Now the first thing you're going to do is make sure you are signed into your Carroll County Schools email. For example, up here in the corner, you will see that I am signed into my email, ashley.perkey@carrollcountyschools.com. You are only granted access to create a Google account under your educational email. So let's start creating your classrooms. After you have signed into your email, I want you to go ahead and go to www.classroom.google.com. You should then be taken to a place that looks like this. If you don't see a page that looks like this, then you may be on the page where the male teacher is sitting with the students. If you see that page, then that means you are not logged into your Carroll County Schools email quite yet. So to do that, go down to the bottom of that page, click login, your email, your password, and then it'll bring you up to this particular page. Now if you see up at the top here, it says create your first class. You should see a little plus sign right next to your actual email. I'm sure this one is not yours. Click on the plus sign, and then you will see the options to create a class or join a class. Now only the students would join a class, so you go ahead and click on create right here. The next thing that will happen is this little box will pop up. You can give the class a class name, and then a section, whether you want to name it first hour, second hour, or third period, fourth period. You are now in my personal Google Classroom account, and I am creating my 7th period class for you right now. I'm going to go ahead and click on create, just like you will, and it is creating. As you will see, I have already created my 4th period, 3rd period, and 2nd period, but I created the 7th period just to show you how it's done. So shortly after you click on create, you will be taken to your classroom. This is my 7th period classroom. Every classroom you create can be uniquely different. Not everyone teaches the same subject. Not everyone teaches the same level of kids. So that is why you create different classes. I have 5 classes in a day, so soon I will be needing to create another class. Now let's take a little tour here. So this is my 7th period classroom, as I've just said. And up here in the corner, you will see the 3 horizontal like dash lines. If you click on that, that'll actually take you back to the home screen where you will have your classes, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 7th. And then to actually go to a class, you can click on the class, and there I am back to 7th period. Another option on here that I think you would like is to personalize each class. One way you could do that is come over and select a theme. Now, if you notice, I teach social studies, and the frog really doesn't represent the theme of social studies. So I will just click on theme, and I can either look at a gallery of pictures or I could go look at patterns. I think I'm going to go ahead and go back to the gallery and find a picture that looks a little bit more like social studies. Here's one. There's a map. Select class theme, and now you have a personalized background. Another way you can personalize it is upload a photo of yourself, and of course I am already there due to my Carroll County Schools account. Now let me explain the dashboard a little bit more. You have 3 different pages on the dashboard, and for every classroom it'll be the same. You have Stream. That works a lot like Facebook in the fact that it shows the latest assignments and announcements you post real time. Then you can go under Students. That is where you will see your list of students in the class, and I'll explain that further in a second. And then the About page. I really love this page simply because this is your chance to upload the material that you would want your kids to review all year long, whether it be a graphic organizer or a map. You would do it in this area. Now you don't have to fill the lines out above. If you want to fill out your room number, or you could give your teacher website a name up here. That way the kids can constantly refer back to your website. But what I'm going to do is add a material. All year long, my students will need certain things such as maps. So just click on Add Materials. You would click on the clip. You may have something filed in your Google Drive. My pictures are on my computer, so I will select files from my computer. I think they will need a picture of Africa. Upload. And now they have a picture of Africa to refer to all year long. Post. And they can always come to the About page to get this material. Now, a solid question you may have is, how do you get students to join your classroom? There are a couple of ways that this is done. I believe the easiest way to do it is by them entering a class code. Now, each class you have has a unique class code, and you will always see that either on the main dashboard or under students. And this is your unique class code for 7th period. Students would go to classroom.google.com just as you did. They would go up to the plus sign. They would have the option to create a class or join a class, and obviously they can't create one. They don't have that admin access, so they would click Join a Class. They would then have the option to enter that class code. The minute they enter that class code, they are then in your class, and you will see a list of your students. That is my favorite way to have students join your class. However, there are more than one ways, and I have included a link. It'll look just like this, inviting students to a class. I've included this link in your PowerPoint instruction, so make sure you keep that handy. Now let's take a look at all the functions of the Stream option. Before we dive into it too deep, I do want to remind you, this is something I love about Google Drive, is that they always have help buttons. If you decide you don't want to listen to my voice anymore, you can actually do a tour yourself of your classroom. And it'll give you list by list, short little instructions of what each item is on each page. So that is really nice. And once again, you are reminded you do have a class code for this particular class up here. Okay, now the good stuff. How do you assign assignments? You have two tabs here, the assignment and the announcements. Announcements, you could post anything such as, remember, we have spring break next week. Any assignment announcement you can think of, and it will come as a live feed just as if Facebook does. But I want to create an assignment. So you would place the title of the assignment in the first blank. I'm going to assign an assignment over Nelson Mandela. The next space is optional. Sometimes I put the directions of the assignment in there. This area, of course, is optional, but I am going to go ahead and put view all material before writing the essay. What's nice about this is you can change the due date to whatever you would like. I'm just going to leave it as is right now. And then I'm going to start attaching my resources, which is the material that I would like them to look at. We'll start with a journal article. It gives you a choice to upload it again from Drive or your computer. I know the journal article is on my computer. And it is a play about Nelson Mandela. Open, upload. And then I would go ahead and finish posting or adding my other resources. For example, there is a link I would like them to see. It is a link that takes them to an interactive map of Robben Island. I think that would be important for them. So I would copy and paste the link over into the assignment. Go ahead and add it. And then I know that I need to include a video as well. That's also a part of the assignment. So this will take you straight to YouTube, where you can find tons of videos. And I'm going to go ahead and type in Nelson Mandela. Of course, you are going to get everything that you would see on YouTube. You can preview the videos before actually adding them, and that's really nice. So that is an example. I'm going to go ahead and add this video because I know that's the one I want. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my assignment. I know it's under Google Drive. So I'm going to go under my Drive, under Social Studies Assignments, Nelson Mandela short essay. Add it. You want to be aware of these little pull down tabs next to the certain assignments. For example, that's a play. I only want the student to view the file. I do not want them to be able to edit it. However, this Google Doc is an assignment. I need them to edit it on their computer. So I would click on Students Can Edit File. So I see that I have my 4 things listed: my play, my link, my video, and my short essay for them to edit. I would go ahead and check the due date. It is, I'm going to say it's correct. That's pretty far off, but that's okay. And then I'm going to click Assign. But before I do that, once again, Google Classroom has a lot of neat little easy time-saving options. If you would like all your other classes to do the same assignment, you could click on it and scroll down and click the classes you would like to have the same assignment. Go ahead and click Assign. And there your assignment has pulled up. Down at the bottom of the assignment, you can always go in and add comments later, such as rubric is coming. You can post that to it, and that'll let them know what is what they should be looking forward to. What's also nice about the stream is students can comment back. They may have a question about the assignment and they don't want to wait till the next day to talk to you in class, so they can get on Classroom and go ahead and ask you then. Now, after students join a class, they have the option to take a tour just as you do, but their dashboard would look a little like this. They will see a card of each of their classes. For example, my students would see a picture of me, and it would probably say Social Studies 7th period, and that's where they would get those classes. Because more than one teacher may have Google Classroom that they use. Students will receive notifications about all their assignments, if something's overdue or when it's due, and so they will get very frequent updates on either their computer or their mobile phone. Yes, it wouldn't be fun for students unless they could get this information on their cellular device or tablet. So there is an app for Google Classroom on all Android and iOS working pieces of technology. So students who are assigned work can either edit what you sent them. In my case, in my social studies class, I sent them an assignment, a Google Doc I wanted them to edit, or another assignment may need them to create something. So they would create either a Google Doc, spreadsheet, whatever it may be. Then what makes Google so creative with their Drive is that they can collaborate with other students if that is what the assignment entails. When they turn in the assignment, they will add what they edited. They will click Turn In. After the assignment starts approaching the due date, you will start getting notifications like this: 21 done, 1 not done. And once again, that app is very readily available at the teacher's iPhone and Androids, so they may be constantly checking Google Classroom as well. I hope this screencast was helpful and enlightened you on how amazing Google Classroom can be for you and your students. If you're sick and tired of grading papers, see what Flubaroo can do for you, while integrated with Google Drive and Google Classroom. Information located under my PowerPoint instruction, with other available resources. Now it's time for you to do your homework. Click the Homework tab in the online course. Let's go create some classes.